I'm definitely a band kid. I loved it, just the sense of family and all of the leadership positions it let me have just really shaped me and helped me grow into the person that I am today, and I was very lucky to be a part of the program. Dear Mrs. Smith, I wanted to thank you for how much you have supported me the past couple years. Over time, when I was stressed, you were there to give me snacks, namely pistachios, and listen to all my problems. No matter how small, you were always so understanding about my anxiety and the pressure I put upon myself. It is very difficult to put into words of how much this helped me through the tough pitfalls of my life. You have impacted me so much that within my house you are known as my school mom. I know that this letter is short and barely begins to describe what you mean to me, but just know that you are one of the best teachers I have ever had, and I am blessed to have been your student. Thank you, Caitlin Lager.
Dear Ms. Malone, my name is Annie, as you might know. So the top 10 today are choosing the teacher of most influence, and I chose you. 4 years ago, I actually enrolled into your AP Computer Science principal class. I had no clue about computers, much less any programming, but I found your class quite endearing. Turns out, I genuinely enjoy learning about CS and discover my future career path. I enjoy your quirkiness, I guess seems like a common trait for computer scientists, and I learned a lot throughout the 4 years. Soon, I'll be attending UT Austin, which offers one of the best CS programs in the nation, and I have you to thank for. I hope this letter finds you well, and once again, thank you for being my teacher. Sincerely, Andy Wynn.
I think Saginaw High School has helped prepare me for the future in my career or in college is that there's so many different things to get involved in here. I mean, I've been in student council, I've been in mock trial, I've been in gymnastics and several other organizations, and I think learning how to lead in roles for those organizations has helped prepare me for the kind of leadership roles I might need to take up in college or even in a future career. Dear Mr. Brinka, you've done so much for me here, and even the 2 years I've known you and had you as a teacher. I mean, you turned me from someone who didn't even want to have anything to do with mock trial to having me be someone who's involved in mock trial, and it's probably the extracurricular I'm most passionate about, and I've grown so close to the people in those organizations, and you've had so much confidence in me throughout mock trial and also throughout physics. I was so nervous about taking physics that I waited all the way till my senior year, and taking it I found that I really do love the subject, and I love having you as a teacher. You're amazing, so many students look up to you, and I look up to you. And I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me.
I want to major in labor and delivery, not only because babies are cute, but because I want to help the moms that have just gone through childbirth, which is very traumatic as a whole. I just want to be their support. Greetings, Mr. Spurgeon, aka the boss. Throughout my rigorous 12 years of schooling, there has not been a teacher who has inspired such passion for learning or provided such a comforting and safe environment for me and other students to rely on as we grow and transition into becoming the next generation that will enter the workforce. As for you, Mr. Spurgeon, you have not only impacted me by showcasing how much fun English can be, specifically how arguing in Shakespearean can be entertaining and intense, but you have also pushed me beyond my limits when it came to personal growth. Like T.J. Herman once said, a good education can change anyone, but a good teacher can change everything. Thank you, Mr. Spurgeon, for continuously believing in me and for brightening up everyone's day. Keep doing what you're doing. Sincerely and appreciative, Nitsagie Claudio.
Ms. McFarland, I want to let you know how much of an impact you had, not only on me, but also the hundreds of other students here at Saginaw High School. You were our energies advisor, chemistry teacher, my UL academics coach, and a class sponsor for others. I really enjoyed the time I spent this year with you. Thank you for putting up with me on the 4-hour-long car ride to Lubbock and back for 2 years. And thank you for driving back from the highway to get the good calculators, even though I never ended up using them during my contest. I can only say so much to words, and I appreciate you being here, not only as a teacher, but also a person who I can relate to and laugh with. Wishing you the best, Indy Ho.
Dear Mr. Pearson, my first interaction with you was when I was an 8th grader. Despite my other extracurriculars, one of my proudest moments will forever be making the region band on oboe after I decided to audition on a whim. While I may have been last chair, it was proof that hard work does pay off, and that would not have been possible without your encouragement. Junior year, you and Ms. Holly, of course, offered me a leadership position that molded me into the person I am today. I was given the opportunity to serve as a mentor and a role model to one of the biggest sections, and it was life-changing. Thank you for cultivating an environment that had the ability to create something as beautiful as a family of completely unique individuals. The way I got to pass on my experiences to the next generation of the band is the same way you passed on yours to me through leader meetings, setting expectations, and serving as an example. Thank you for your passion for music and for your passion for success. The Spirit of Saginaw Band wouldn't be half of what it was if it weren't for you, and I wouldn't have had the life-changing experience without the program you helped building from the ground up. Sincerely, Zoe Garcia-Rigoli.
And then I've also been on the debate team. Debate has really taught me how to speak on with my own voice and how to be more confident in what I believe, and just really prepared me for the future. Dear Professor Canop, over the past 3 years that I have had you as my teacher, my life has been irrevocably changed. Almost every organization I'm involved in has been influenced by you, from the debate team to the AP World class you used to teach. Throughout my journey, you have provided a steady hand and common sense, working to ensure that I give my all in everything that I do. Debate is not where your impact on my life ends. You have also encouraged me to do well in my schoolwork and challenge myself academically. I've always been able to count on you and your advice to be what I need. Your impact on my life has been immense. Thank you for all that you have done for me. Sincerely, Charles Schlickenmeyer.
Dear Miss Kelly, I would like to give you my thanks for all that you've done for me during my time in calculus and algebra class. Your dedication to teaching and your unwavering support helped me learn the toughest of maths. Your way of taking the hardest units of calculus and turning it into a manageable lesson helped me learn at a fast pace I never thought I could do. Your patience and willingness to help every student succeed is what makes you one of the best teachers I know. Math class with you has always somehow been fun. Even though that unit with polars was a living nightmare, class never was bleak. Thank you for always being hip with us fellow kids. Peace out, fellow dog.
I was a part of HOSA, where we prepare to become medical or anywhere in the healthcare field, and we like to volunteer and help the community as much as we can. Dear Miss Vega, thank you so much for a wonderful class last year. I was genuinely excited to walk into your classroom every day. The labs that we did in your class every day were always so interesting and fun to do. I'm also grateful for the effort you put into starting up and running HOSA again. It must have taken a lot of time and effort to rebuild it after the pandemic. I'm glad that we were able to do things that help community in the short time we had. You're honestly one of the best teachers I could have asked for. Everything you taught me, both academically and personally, will guide me in my journey. I know your future students will be glad to have you just like I did. Sincerely, Victoria.
I want to go into the pre-med field because I would like to become a doctor in the future. Dear Mrs. Croft, you would always give me advice and tell me how to improve my art pieces whenever I was working on them, instead of just critiquing them through a single grade. The kindness and compassion you would have for all of your students, no matter who they were, is something that I truly admire about you. Your compassion was not only seen in the classroom, but was also seen extended outside of the classroom as well. The most impactful thing you have ever done for me was take the time to send a handwritten letter and mail it to my house during the time of COVID. Although the letter may have been short, it left a long-lasting impression on me of what it meant to be a teacher. You have taught me that being a teacher isn't just about being capable enough to teach a subject, but about being able to bring out the best of students through your actions and words both in and out of the classroom. The time you took to bring out the best of me for 3 years is something that I will always value and remember. Thank you for being my teacher, and thank you for having such a positive influence on me. I will never stop creating, even when I grow older. Thank you.